So yesterday, I made history by finally getting my first day 6 star ever in Spiral Abyss in my more than 2 years of playing Genshin. And if nothing, a quick PSA here, I think you should try to day 6 star this Spiral Abyss too. Try it, before it gets harder again. Just cause I've done it, and I'm here to tell you it's possible this time around to day 6 star with teams that do not have ultra perfect shiny artifacts on them to pass this anxiety inducing test. Let me give you some tips that my friend had kindly compiled for me to beat this round's Spiral Abyss. Here's a quick and dirty breakdown of all 3 chambers. For starters, my friend recommended some teams such as Freeze Team with Kazuha, Melt, or Spread teams for the first half. And for the second, he generally recommends Dendro Reaction teams, with Hydro application required for the first chamber. In the first chamber, the first enemy we are up against is a solo Mr. Electro Seahorse. It's quite essential to bring characters that can break the Seahorse's Electro Shield to be able to defeat it quickly. These characters need to apply Pyro, Cryo, or Dendro to break it. In the second half, we have Geo and Electro Wolves, so remember to bring a healer, and 3 Pyro Beast Mages will spawn after. Therefore, it's also helpful to bring in a character who can apply Hydro to break the Pyro Shields. In the second chamber, we have 2 Bishop hatchlings followed by some Fontaine mags. These all just simply require DPS. You'll attack the Suppression Specialist mag first. The Construction Specialist mag will come to find you anyway, so attacking the Suppression Specialist will make them group up, and you'll be free to burst them down together. In the second half, we have Dirge of Coppelia, the Dancing mags. They have high cryo and anemo resistance, so anything else is fair game. For the last chamber, a Mirror Maiden will spawn first, followed by 2 Fatui operatives. Win. The Mirror Maiden is just tanky, whereas the Fatui Wind operatives are the real threat in the first half. You'll want to CC the Wind operatives through various means, and I demonstrate one way in my Spiral Abyss run that follows after this quick breakdown. In the second half, the Big Gravity Machine boss will spawn. This boss has high Geo resistance, so it's not recommended to bring Geo characters. Any single target DPS team will do, and try to tank the attacks using healers or shielders, so you can use all the time to do DPS. And that's it for the quick breakdown. Alright, it's time for a review of the Spiral Abyss I did specifically for this video again after clearing the 6 star. I had to redo a couple of times, so this is the clears. So for the first chamber, I had Alhaitham with Xiangling Bennett Kazuha. I really didn't want to bring Alhaitham because the burning actually hurt him, but he's my best DPS for this Electro Seahorse, so I had no choice, at least for myself, and I wanted to use him anyways. Look at his HP, he's going down. He's really fragile in this team, he's just hurting himself that way. So I had to be careful not to kill him in the process. It's very easy to kill him with this team.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Clouds high, the birds come, one with nature.
And then the shield is up again for the Electro Seahorse. You want to break it, and then it's broken with Pyro or Dendro, or you can also use Cryo. But anyway, you want to break the shield fast, if not it's gonna fly up in the air, and then you might have to use like a bowl to break the shield in the air, but I didn't get it anyway. I managed to kill it before it flew up into the air, so that's good. You want to break the shield really fast for it to not fly up.
Emerge right now, right here. Cut to the chase.
And these are the wolves. Lots of wolves. You just gotta heal and apply damage
Right now, emerge. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Ha! Yeah, hey! Allow me. Now you've got my attention.
My teams are pretty fragile. I had to do a couple of runs if some of them died accidentally, and also I wasn't really playing well the day that I was playing this Abyss. Not at all. I think the first run that I did was actually better than the one I recorded after, like this one. So yeah, but that it's a proof that you are still able to do 36 star even though like you have like shit rotations and all that stuff. I made some mistakes, but it's all okay. You're still able to get on this well, under 3 minutes, and that's the goal. So the pyro mages here are, I think, the biggest threat. Like it takes a while for them to die versus those wolves. Those wolves just, you know, just deal damage. This one, it kind of takes longer, I think. In my opinion, it's more of a threat. And it's over. 7 minutes. And for the next few chambers, I actually chose to bring Ayato instead of Alhaitham because he's much faster. I need all the time I get, especially for chamber 3. Chamber 2 is alright. I can also bring Alhaitham here, but anyway, I'm also trying to save up the ult for chamber 3, so we just want to complete this chamber fast enough while also like getting the ult up ready for the next chamber. So now I'm targeting the little tiny mech instead of the big one, because the big one will come to you anyways. You don't need to go to it. The most annoying part is it's swinging, like this one right now. It keeps like interrupting me. It's very annoying. So be careful. Usually I just try to use dodge or burst to avoid it or whatever, but it's pretty difficult. Just wanna chain the burst anyway to avoid getting stunned. Alright, so I've like charged up burst for the first half already. You can see at the last few moments I wasn't using any burst at all. And this one I have to be careful, the damage is really high. I had to do a couple of runs because sometimes my Yai died or Nahida died. Really had to be careful. Look at that, I was very close to dying. Oh, that was a mistake there.
Allow me. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Everyone hold hands. Right now.
I also tried like my best teams that I usually field is Cryo Freeze team or Nilo Bloom. But unfortunately, Nilo Bloom couldn't handle Chamber 3 second half. We really need more single target DPS, which I didn't have actually. I usually don't use Keking, but someone suggested to use Keking this time, and also kind of turned her into an acceptable DPS while I was streaming the Abyss live, and she managed to pull through. So this one you could also use Nilo Bloom or Cryo Freeze. All the timing is okay, I think, if I remember correctly. But Keking walks here. Okay, the final chamber. This is where shit goes down. You really want to save up all your bursts for this final chamber. I think it's the hardest chamber on this floor. So I'm getting up my burst again and we're good to go. And he's just disappearing. Very annoying. That happens. I had better timing on this first half. I was able to do 9 minutes, I think, but for this one it wasn't too good. I think this was 8:30, but anyway, it's acceptable. I think anything between 8:30 to 9 or faster than that is alright. You really need all the time you can get for the second half. So I'm just like getting up my burst again because the real threat is coming next. Okay, the two wind operators. What I'm doing here is running to the corner to cause the one at the very end to walk a little further so that I can group them. So I've grouped them with Kosovo, and it's very nice. This is essential for me so that I can do all the damage them together at the same time. We must be careful here because they do a lot of damage as well, and they also are able to nullify healing, so just be careful. They just nullified my healing for Bennett and Xiangling, but anyway, I've killed them already, so... Alright, so we have, 8:30, 1 minute 30 seconds to kill this boss.
Right here, right now.
Again, this is slower than the first run that I did on Twitch. The first run was actually way more comfortable, I wonder why. Not so sure, it's just luck I guess.
This may hurt a little.
But anyway, it's still doable.
Don't blink.
If you bring a lot of heals or shields sufficient, you don't need, you're just standing there and doing damage.
Incoming.
It's not gonna go anywhere, that's a good thing. You're not gonna waste your burst. The only thing is just to out heal its damage. It has really substantial damage and you don't want to get hit multiple times by it. It's gonna do it again. I just chose to take the hit because I didn't have time to dodge it.
Hold the line.
And this run I was pretty bad at dodging anyways. But as long as they survive, it's all fine.
Right now. Emerge. Cut to the chase.
We're cutting it really close here, but unfortunately.
With sword.
But here we go. That's done. Alright.
Wait. Huh?
Oh, ow! What is that?